Murray. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters, and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Now here's Murray. Davis uses the glass to finish the layup. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think, that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Murray inside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Great concentration from DeJounte that time, just playing right through the contact.
About a minute into this first quarter. Here's Doncic. Davis with a rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. Fades away. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. From deep, here's Doncic. Hits the trifecta.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Pass to Davis. Tipped. Doncic with it. An aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
If this team's offensive catalyst, Doncic puts pressure on the defense every possession.
Taking 2 shots.
Doncic hits them both. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards head coach had a few moments to share with me. And the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Sarr. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That close in against a way shorter defender, you could just put up 2.
To the paint. To halt the run. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft.
Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. The Wizards with a lead. 3-pointer. Davis with a rebound. Murray looking around. Into the lane. Blocked.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Nails it from 3.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
To the left side wing. Out to the wing. Here's McCain. And there's the rejection. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Coming onto
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Clock at 4. Here's McCain. Can't hit that one.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Ewing. After the basket by Washington. No good with a layup. The 3. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 6.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And there's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Pass to Bol. Shoots over Holmes. And that one's good. Bol.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
To the inside. Here's Maxey. And a nice finish on the layup.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Bol. That one goes. Count it. Bol's got his second basket on the night.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Bol with it. Guarded by Valanciunas. Outside Bol. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot's good by Iverson. 6 points for him.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line. Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Rebound Washington. That one falls. Iverson's got 8.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's the Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Quite a position here for the Wizards to be in. What do you think, guys?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And there's a two-way play from one of the best two-way players in the league. Murray gets the steal and the finish.
The kick out to Maxey. Here's Pierce. Offline with a 3. Pelicans trail by 11. Here's Murray. Here he goes. And it's Murray finishing it off.
That is tough. Those are those extra reps in the weight room from DeJounte Murray.
New Orleans shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, "I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind." Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Iverson can't hit. Pelicans trail by 11. Murray, no good. And here in the second. Oh, hey! How about that?
That's impressive.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
Murray up top. He has 6. And they're on the run for 3. Maxey gets the 3 to fall. Maxey's got his second bucket of the night. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Washington.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Iverson, no good from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
They get it back. And finished off by Bol.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanted to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Pelicans trail by 14. Here's Sexton. Doesn't go that time. And Washington with possession. You know, Grant, looking at the...
Oh, wow! What a play! This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Sexton misses.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Shot's good by Iverson.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Outside Sexton. Lets the 3 fly. Kemp with a rebound.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And the shot goes. Iverson's got 20.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
I think as fans, you always want to see the best in the league healthy. Anthony Davis out there tonight. And the NBA is just better when AD's playing.
Here's Kemp. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic hammers it home.
So creative on the attack. I like whenever Doncic knifes inside and looks to score. Those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half. And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity. I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
.119 left to play in the half. It's rebounded by Washington. It's a one-on-one situation.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Third team foul.
Pelicans trail by 21.
Number 5, DeJounte Murray.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Ball outside. And Ball throws it down.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
Pass to Kemp. And he goes right over Anthony Davis and slams it down.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Here's Ball. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Here's Kemp. Here's McCain. Off target with the 3.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Davis.
Outstanding job by AD to get close to the basket, get the ball in great position, and force the defense to resort to fouling.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
And here's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. They've got the Heat ahead of them in their next game in Miami. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Takes a 3. Bull grabs the board. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
What a play! That's
It's
going to count!
good!
That's
Are you
gonna count.
kidding me?
Wow. Whoa. The heave to beat the buzzer.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's the Washington Wizards going into the break up 12. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. McCain shot is off.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Inside. Here's Pierce. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Ball on the take. Outside Murray. Pass to Ewing. It's tipped. Second half of basketball. Just over a minute played so far. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Here's Ball. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Great effort from AD, just getting himself into position and then grab the rebound.
Here's McCain. Three-pointer off the mark.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Here's Doncic. Can't get it to drop. Excellent D there from Davis. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 5 points in the game.
Showing some strength on that bucket. Murphy getting better at fending off contact.
Now here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. Luka! Get off me!
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Pass to Ewing. Blocked! Down low. And that one is hammered home!
putting it down. He dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr. And here's New Orleans now. 11-point game. Outside Murray.
Washington foul. Allen Iverson. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Bol.
Just no easy way to get around Valanciunas. He's outstanding on the defensive end.
Wizards leading by 11. Here's Iverson. 20 points for him. Misses from the corner. And here's Ball. Ball in the paint.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Got a hand on it. And they get it back. Another shot to the left wing. Outside Maxey. No good with the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Over to the left wing. All sorts of time. And it's New Orleans with another.
Sweet stroke from the long-winged wing. Murphy's capable from the mid-range.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And Maxey's got the ball here for the Washington Wizards. 22 was their biggest lead. Pass to Iverson. Spins. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for the Wizards.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Here's Ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
Wizards leading by 8. Now Holmes hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Iverson. Driving in. And he throws it down with one hand.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for Washington.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Iverson misses the three. Pelicans trail by 9.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the fourth personal. And he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
It's his first trip to the line.
Well, Sexton has the kind of ability out there where he's shifty and fast and strong. Can make some exciting plays happen for his team.
Wizards leading by 8. DeRozan outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Grant.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. All right, both free throws good from Sexton. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
For 3, Maxey sinks it from distance. Maxey's got 8.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
And finished off by Bol.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The kick out to Maxey. Here's Iverson. 25 points in the game. And it's DeRozan missing. Oh, swiped away. From the arc. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Pelicans trail by 9. Ball with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Murray. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time.
Boy, Murray just one of those guys who loves to work it inside.
Pass to McCain. 4-3. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Washington leading by 5. Pass to Maxey. Here's McCain. And that one is stuffed right through.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Turnovers are going to be a stat he wants to skip in the box score tonight. That's his 4th of the game.
Now Holmes fires from deep. Davis with a rebound. Murray with it. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Tough part about defending Murray is he can beat you in so many ways. You'll want him to shoot threes, but right now he's showing it all.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today. With a strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. 22 was their biggest lead. Pass to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
It's not going to be a soft finish when Valanciunas gets inside. Count on him going up strong.
Here's Bridges. Uses the glass on the layup.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to Iverson. Shot from 16. Pelicans cleared away. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
Known as a stellar defender, Murray's offensive game has also come a long way. He's established that confidence on that end, and he's not done improving.
Here's Kemp. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Third personal foul. First team
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2. Sean.
And he makes both free throws. Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Ball. He got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Wizards. McCain. Kicks it to Doncic. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Bridges.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Pass to Ewing. And again, New Orleans, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. Ooh, wasted no time on that one. And now it's an 11-point Wizard lead.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from 3-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Pass to McCain. Now here's Doncic. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. Luka on the attack.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
And that one drops.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And they pick up 2.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
To stop the run. And again, no good by New Orleans. Washington leading by 17.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Wizards.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
Only a 2-game series and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this. What a 2-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Misses in close. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
As things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend. Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
There's Ball with a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Lots of room. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here. He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
acceleration. No standing in line, man. Guess less sorted. I worked 7 days this week, man. Fake the accreditations. Paid outfits that I'll return later. Got yourself some new shoes. 50 hours overtime. Can't get no sleep. Fashion week. Dressed to the T's, man, you own this place. Spit that smile, dance. Monday will come down, but Wednesday we'll be back. Ha ha! Got yourself some new shoes. 50 hours overtime. Fashion week. Can't get no sleep.
Good to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. And the dunk by Gafford.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Ball. Got a hand on it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Don't forget, Murray's steal started the fast break.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Gafford. Gilgeous-Alexander up top. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Mark Daigneault gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Allie, thank you. And we're about a minute into the first. 6 on the shot clock. And George launches it from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Good balance and shooting mechanics give George that NBA range.
Murray. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Stan, after his 12-year playing career, Willie Green has made a seamless transition into coaching.
Yeah, first of all, Willie Green is a person of very high character. Second, Brian, he consciously, while he was still playing, and then he was able to work on great staffs under great coaches, and now he's an outstanding head coach in his own right.
Now here's George. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. Murray for 3, and the Pelicans miss again. Here's Oklahoma City now. George outside. On the wing, Anthony. Let's go with a 3. Davis with a rebound. And it's Murray with the ball for New Orleans. It's a 5-point game.
Yeah, and Murray can do so many things on the court, including setting up his teammates.
Kicks it to George. Pass to Hendricks. Now here's Anthony. Lets it go. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
To the paint. George with a steal. Here we go. All alone. And the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Pelicans trail by 7. Here's Davis. Gafford grabs the miss.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Oh, got a piece of it. Ball with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans.
And give credit to Ball's quick thinking. Outstanding job reading the opposition and pouncing on the steal.
George, left side. Right wing. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the screen. To the inside. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Murray. Yet to see a basket. Got it.
This speaks to how confident Murphy is. Excellent at recognizing when to take these shots.
Hey, Coach, you look at DeJounte Murray, a 6'5", do-it-all guard.
Well, Brian, he's got the size and quickness to defend either backcourt position. Offensively, he's best with the ball in his hands, but he has developed his spot-up game to help the team. And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
A 6'6" playmaker, SGA has a great view of the floor.
Now here's Ball. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Here's Ewing. Ball with it. Yep, count it. Ball's got his second basket.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Ball. Here's Ball. And the shot goes down.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. .41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And down it goes. 2 points.
Sweet looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
Basket's good.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Anthony outside. The rebound by Murray. The Pelicans trail. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. It's the Thunder leading by 1. And the second quarter is on its way.
16.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Pass to Davis. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Thunder with a lead. Lets it go from deep. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Murray. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Yeah, 2 tough points from Murray. He's got some grit to his game.
Rose outside. Going inside. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Hawkins can't get it to go. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Here's the teardrop, deflected, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Outside Bull. Left side Murray. 4-3. Sends it home from three-point land. Murray's got his third basket on the night right there.
Yeah, sometimes you can live with this, but Murray takes a smooth shot out of the corner.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the triple. Kept alive. Here's Marshall. Here's Rose. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, some explosive stuff from Rose right at the rim, showing these young boys how ferocious he can still be.
And here's Bridges. Here's Hawkins. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks. I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now Murray. He's got 7. Here's the 3. The shot comes out. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning because once he does, he makes you pay.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hawkins. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's Rose with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Minnesota will be traveling to face him after this game. That'll conclude their longest homestand of the season, 5 games. Here's Bridges. Puts up a 3. And again, New Orleans no good. A tight game here in Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. SGA working through contact inside.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Pass to Hawkins. Back to Murray. Three-pointer, Bridges. Bridges can't get that one to fall. Thunder leading by 3. Here's Marshall. Back to Rose. Into the lane. And he banks in the layup. Rose has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Here's Hawkins. On target from range.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Here's Rose. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Rose has got 8.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And they double up Murray. Fires for 3. Pass to Hawkins. Beyond the arc. The Thunder with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Rose outside. Here's Marshall. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. And he drives in. Blocked! And they'll keep possession. Out of bounds. New Orleans will have it.
Substitution on the court.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. A minute 6 left to the second period. Here's ball. Outside Murray. Takes a three. Knocks down the long J. Murray's got 10.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
It's George with the drive. Misses the layup.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
He's off on the layup. New Orleans in the lead. Ball with it. And Anthony picks him up defensively. Back to ball. And stolen by Anthony. Inside. Here's Hendricks. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
It's both from the stripe.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
And here's ball. 1 second left. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Thunder out in front, up 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Pelicans trail. And stolen by Anthony. George outside. From outside the arc. And it's Ewing with a rebound. Here's New Orleans now. To the middle. Here's Davis. And the rate of player ejections going up in recent seasons, Stan.
Well, Brian, players these days certainly have a voice in a lot of things, and when it comes to critiquing officials, they're not shy. We see complaints on virtually every call in games now, and the referees seem to have had enough of it.
Stolen by Ball. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Murray. Missed inside. Anthony with it. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Here's Pirtle. Pass to George. Six to shoot. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
And Ball gets it to go.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
George outside. Launches it. He buries it from 3. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, they need to settle down and get some better looks.
Sinks it from distance.
Well, Murray's ability to hit the 3 makes their offense that much more versatile.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", How does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
They kick it out to Murray. That's tipped. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Ewing, no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Anthony. The rebound by Murray.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
The three. Pass to Ewing. Another shot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Jakob Poeltl. New Orleans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
Anthony outside. Gafford the screen. And Anthony hits from deep. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Sexton goes in. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's his first trip to the line. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge 3rd season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard. And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Now here's Ball. Outside Sexton. And again, New Orleans no good. And so it's Rose who brings up the ball for the Thunder. They lead by 4. Here's the pick. Crafty move. Davis with the defensive effort. Here's New Orleans now. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Yeah, give it to Sexton. He can get up and finish.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Now Ball. Outside for Sexton. Back to Ball. There's the 3. He's off on that one.
Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
Yeah, something else I love that they're doing is driving into the lane and getting the shots they want in penetration.
Asserting himself at the arc. Sexton saw his shot and took it without fear.
Rose outside. Sweet little floater. Rose has got 10 points in the game.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
Pass to Davis. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
He's off on the second.
Quite simply, AD is one of the most impactful players in the league. Can take over a game on both ends. They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
The 3, Sexton. That one is off.
Oh, love the intensity once they're hitting the boards.
Knocks it loose. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
On the wing, Davis. It'll count. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Thunder leading by 10. Here's Rose, and it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Here's Murray, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And Grant, DeJounte Murray, a bit of a throwback player. He's comfortable attacking at all 3 levels.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he does a lot of work in the mid-range for a guard. He's very comfortable with any shot on the floor. Not shy about putting up a ton of attempts if that's what's needed.
From deep, Rose. Rebounded by New Orleans.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Ball no good. And DeJounte Murray is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Pelican substitution.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. The rebound by Murray. Pelicans trail by 7. Bridges outside. And stolen by Murray. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Ahead. And the dunk by Gafford.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Here's Ball. On the wing, Murray lets the 3 fly. Hits the trifecta. Murray's got 6 here in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Gafford grabs the miss. Oklahoma City leading by 6. 3-pointer, Anthony buries it from 3.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And here's Ball. To the wing, right side. And another 3 for New Orleans.
He chucks up a lot of threes. Murphy clapping back in a hurry.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's Rose. Banked it in off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 8.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
To the right side. Fires from deep. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. George for 3. The rebound by Bridges.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. There's Ball with a three. Here's Bol. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Murray, no good.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Down low. Here's Murray. Bol grabs the board. Back to Murray. And no good. Solid defense from Bol. Pelicans trail by 8. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Murray's got 11 points here in the second half.
Yeah, this has been an outstanding night for Murray. Consistent, efficient, doing it all at the offensive end.
Here's Rose. There's the drive.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And with confidence, Murray stepping up at a crucial point in this game.
Out to Rose. Anthony outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Anthony's got 6 here in the quarter.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a 3, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
Murray from outside. Good D by Rose.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And George launches it from deep. Bol grabs the board. Pelicans trail by 8. On the wing, Murray. Pass to Bol. Up top, Bridges. Offline from the top of the key. George outside. Drives to the hoop. Soft touch off the glass. And now it's a 10-point Thunder lead.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Three-pointer, Anthony. No good. And it looks like they just won't have enough left here at the end.
Yeah, they simply ran out of time and energy.
With the drive. And Anthony slams it in. So it's the Thunder taking care of.
I'm a go-getter, yeah, a cold. I remember bank account really had no figures. Now I'm chilling someplace where they ain't got no winter in the villa.